Hey everybody, Rose Matter here. Welcome to part 9 of my Steins Gate Let's Play. In the last episode, we had a really big revelation happen, so by using the phone wave over and over again, at some point the IBN 5100 went missing, so we had to go to Ferris to see if we could get another one, and she agreed to help us out if we let her use the phone wave, and by doing so, she changed the world in a way that her father seems to be alive again. He was dead before, I'm assuming. And Akiba is completely different now. There is no more cat cafe. The whole infrastructure of Akiba is completely changed. So this is the biggest thing that's happened so far in regards to how the world has changed by using the phone wave. So I'm very excited to see what other ramifications have come as a result of this. So we're going to get back into it. We're going to see what is going on. So let's go. The next morning, I go for a stroll through the streets of Akiba. What I discover is that, although the chaotic energy familiar to me has receded, Akiba is still Akiba at its core. The few electronic stores that I used to frequent are still here. In fact, they've multiplied. You can still hear their loud theme songs and the cries of salesmen all the way from the sidewalk. Electronics otaku and PC maniacs walk the streets with unkempt hair, wrinkled clothes, and eyes burning with intense purpose. There are even cheerful foreigners taking in the sights. The maids and young female otaku have disappeared, but the hobbyist essence of the town is unchanged. I admit it's a relief. Okay, so maybe it hasn't changed quite as much. There isn't all the moe stuff like there was before, but... Yesterday, I heard from Mayuri how he met Ferris on this world line. Yes, I was wondering since May Queen no longer exists. It was at a small rainnet tournament at a toy store in Ikebukuro? We went to cheer on Daru, but he dropped out because of a stomach ache, so Mayuri and I ended up taking his place. Our opponent was Ferris. We got crushed, needless to say, but Mayuri says that Ferris was very gracious and gave us advice on how to play. That was the beginning of their beautiful friendship. So it's nice to know that her weirdness is not changed at all, from one timeline to another. Our past has changed considerably, yet we still ended up with the same close relationship we had on the last world line. Fascinating. Maybe Lady Luck is looking out for us. I got mail. Oh, ooh, what? Oh, we're watching you. Oh, jelly. Jelly. Is this a prank? Spam? Why red gelatin? Who's watching me? Oh, red like blood. Be like, you're gonna be a jellyman if you don't stop what you're doing. What's going on here? I spin around, searching the crowd. A few passerbys look at me strangely. I don't care. Something is wrong. Goosebumps break out all over my body.
機関か。それともセル。
If so, then this mail is a threat. My pulse skyrockets. Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. What do I do? Do I tell someone? Who? I can't involve anyone. It's a prank. It has to be. Ignore it. But what if it's serious? Are the men in black coming? I'm dead. They'll erase me. Erase us. Should I call the police? No, not enough evidence. What do I do? What do I do? What the hell do I... Thoughts spin inside my head. Every pedestrian looks like an enemy. I flee from the crowd. After I manage to calm myself down, I head back to the lab. For now, I'll write that mail off as a prank. It's still early. Well, I guess it's actually noon, but Mayuri, Kurisu, and Lukako are already at the lab when I return. I greet them, trying to keep the anxiety out of my voice.
お盆休み期間の日曜日だというのに、ずいぶん暇そうだな、ラボメンガールズよ。
Obon weekend, let's see what that is. Never heard that term before. A Japanese holiday during which people return to their hometown to see parents and relatives. This includes paying respect to family members who have passed away by visiting and cleaning their graves. Well, we know that Kurisu obviously does not have the best relationship with her father.
あ、岡部さん、お邪魔してます。おかり、おはよう。
The two cute high school girls wave to me in greeting. By the way, one of these girls is actually a boy. I was like, wait, did Lukako turn into a girl during all this and I just didn't know? In any case, the sight warms my heart, or would if not for a certain assistant who just gives me a bored look before going back to reading.
何をしているのだ?
Mayuri and Lukako are sitting next to each other on the sofa reading a book together. It looks like a cosplay photo album.
昨日ね、中野に同人誌を買いに行くって言ったでしょ。その時にね、とっても可愛いレイヤーさんの同人写真集を見つけたんだ。だからね、つい衝動買いしちゃったの。ほら見て、ルカちゃん、これブラチューのセドナコスだよ。作り込みすっごいな。すごく可愛いよね。
Okay, Blood Tune, fictional, a popular TV anime based on a manga. 26 episodes were broadcast last year. The main heroine, Sarah Orgel, is especially popular among anime otaku. Okay, Blood Tune? I'm trying to think of, like, that's obviously a play on something that already exists. I'm just like, blood... Something maybe to do with music? I don't know.
本当だ。
I see. She's showing it to Lukako as part of his re-education. To think that he was so reluctant to get involved in cosplay. Looks like Mayuri's persistence has paid off. Actually, judging by his obvious interest in the photo album, maybe he was always interested in cosplay, just too shy to cosplay himself.
ねえねえ、クリスちゃんも見てみてよ。感動しちゃうんだから。別にいいわ。
Looks like Carisu's not interested in the photo album. She just gives a cold Instead, she's reading a difficult-looking English book. Damn it, this is no time to be showing off your intelligence. You're going to make Mayuri cry if you talk to her like that. Or so I thought, but Mayuri doesn't seem to mind, so I stay out of it.
あ、次のページからは水着だ。すごい。露出度高いな。スタイルもすごくいいし、グラビアアイドルみたい。憧れるな。憧れてるの？水着に？僕、こんなにスタイル良くないから。でもね、ルカちゃんはきっと大きなお友達からははぁはぁ言われちゃうよ。
Hey now, Mayuri, what are you saying? It's like you're referring to Dara with that remark.
あのね、貧乳は正義なの。だからね、胸なんてなくても自信持っていいんだよ。
Karisu starts choking on her coffee. I know how she feels. I almost did a spit take with my soda. Mayuri's breasts are huge for her height, so her advice lacks a certain element of persuasion.
そうだ。ゴミ間が終わったら一緒に海に遊びに行こうよ。せっかく夏なんだしね。マユシーもずっとコス作りしてて、夏休みはちっとも遊べてないもん。
Oh, you can't have a visual novel without a trip to the beach for, obvious, what's the word I'm thinking of? Fan service, I guess. Especially it's like all the stuff about cosplay talk. I want to go to a cosplay event. This Kamima, I'm guessing, is a cosplay event. I want them to go to that. I want Lukako to go in cosplay. I want to see that. I want to go to that.
ねえねえ、オカリ、クリスちゃん、どうかな？ラボメンのみんなで海。え？ラボメンのみんな？私は行かないわよ。もう少ししたらアメリカに帰らなきゃ。荷造りもまだしてないから、そんな余裕はない。
確かに。ラボでのんびりと読書をしているほどだからな。よほど余裕がないと見える。
Karisu snaps her book shut and glares at me.
だったらはっきり言わせてもらう。変態野郎2人と一緒に海水浴なんて言ってられるか。女子メンバー限定というなら喜んで参加させてもらうわ。
ふん。素直になったらどうだ、クリスティーナ。 私は伝部の猛虎犯を男子に見られたくないので一緒には行けませんと。
What? Mongolian spot? I've never heard that term before. A bluish birthmark commonly found on Asian children, usually disappears by the age of 5. I have no idea. Huh.
猛虎犯なんてないわよ。
そもそも女子メンバー限定ならばそこのルカ子も無理ではないか。
何それ、どういう意味？
この前わざわざ教えてやっただろう。ルカ子は正真正銘の男だとな。
My declaration of the truth freezes the air instantly. Huh? Wait, is Lukako a girl? Is Luka a girl in this one? There's something off about their reaction. Oh my god. Oh my god. What?
最悪ね、あんた。女の子に向かって男呼ばわりなんて。
Oh my gosh.
そうだよ。
Oh!
そういうこと言うのはね。
What?
マユシ好きじゃないな。
Oh my gosh, so Ferris's thing changed somehow Luca's gender too? What? Even Myri condemns me. Oh my gosh. Lukako meanwhile turns pale and hangs his head so I can't see his face. Oh my gosh, that's why he's like so into cosplay, because now I guess I have to say she. Luca is a girl and she feels comfortable cosplaying. Oh my god. Is he crying? Normally he'd get depressed and say something about how embarrassed he'd be to wear a swimsuit, but he wouldn't start crying.
クリスティーナ、お前が現実から目を背けたくなるのはわかる。ルカ子は男でありながらとても可憐だからな。
岡部、
Kurisu advances on me with a stern glare.
私にへんてこなあだ名をつけるぐらいなら冗談で済むからいいけど、いや、本当は良くないが。今のあんたの言い草は冗談になってない。他人を傷つけるようなやつじゃないと思ってたけど、違ったみたいね。今のあんたは本気で最低よ。
Oh my gosh, I can't believe it.
え？
So I have to assume this was Ferris's timeline, or maybe... Because we changed it before with Luca's thing, and that didn't change anything, but Ferris changed everything. What did I do to deserve this tongue lashing?
謝りなさい。今すぐ漆原さんに謝りなさい。
いやいや、謝るも何も俺は真実しか言ってな。
いいんです。
Lukako gets up from the sofa. His head is still hanging and his voice is barely audible.
僕、岡部さんに
Oh, does Luca have a crush on him
そういう風
too?
に見られてたんですね。
Maybe that's what... Oh, I wonder if Luca is like... Maybe that's another reason why Luca wants to be a girl, is maybe he has feelings for boys and is wanted to be a girl. I'm sorry if I'm being like, I don't know, but just the way that Luca always interacted with Okabe, I thought maybe there's calling him master. I mean, like there's some reverence there, but I was like, maybe Luca had a crush on him.
いやいやいやいや、そういう風ではなく、ルカ子、お前は男だろ。それともお前まで現実逃避に走ったか？
現実逃避してるのはあんただろうが。
Does Luca have to take off her clothes to like show you?
そうだよ。ルカちゃんは女の子なのに、オカリンひどいよ。
というかマユリよ、なぜお前は急にルカ子への呼び方をルカくんからルカちゃんに変えた？
Oh my gosh, that like the game told me pretty obviously when she called. Oh my gosh. It's just the fact that Luca was into cosplay. She called her Luka-chan and I'm just like, it just went right over my head.
岡部、いつまで続ける気？彼女は女の子よ。
Myri nods in agreement. Huh? What's going on here? Is this some kind of prank?
僕、帰ります。
Oh, I'm sorry, Luca. Oh no. Lukako tries to slip by me out of the lab. I have a feeling that she has a crush on Okabe, and that's why she's so upset that he sees her as a boy, or like not as, someone attractive, I guess. I grab his hand to stop him from leaving.
待てルカ子、俺を担ぐのはよせ。
Oh
お
no.
前は正真正銘の男だ。
What are you
なぜ
doing?
ならここに。
Are you gonna like take off her shirt? And what are you gonna do? Oh no. I pin Lukako's arms and reach for his package. What are you doing? Let's see what you're hiding down. Oh boy, nothing.
Oh?
Oh no. Oh boy.
お
Oh boy.
えあれなんで
I feel around some more. Oh god. Oh.
岡部さん、やめてください。
Nothing. Nada. It should be there. I mean, he's a guy, isn't he? An electric current runs through my brain. No way. Yes way. So that's what happened. I can't believe
ル
it.
カ子、お前。
The D-mail I thought had failed was actually a success.
お前は女なのか。
I'm just like, did this happen in the previous timeline or did this happen with the Ferris timeline? Oh boy.
最初からそう言っとるだろ。
A half second later, Kurisu cracks me over the head with her heavy textbook. When my vision clears, Lukako is crying. Mairi is rubbing her back comfortingly. I have to refer to her as a her now. It's going to be so confusing. Kurisu, meanwhile, is glaring down at me like I'm something she scraped off the bottom of her shoe. Daru, who arrived a moment ago, is in the corner trying not to laugh. Honestly, I can't blame him. Righteous high school girl makes perverted college guy beg for forgiveness. If I had to put a title to the scene, that's what it would be. The top of my head is throbbing. Most likely because Kurisu wiped out 100 million of my precious neurons envied by scientists the world over. I put a moist towel to my head.
一度あんたの頭を切り開いて脳だけ取り出して、よく洗浄してやりたい気分よ。できればそのまま体に戻さず、培養液の中にぶち込んで、一生あんなハレンチな真似できないようにもしてやりたい。とにかく、警察に突き出されないだけ、ありがたいと思いなさい。
はい。すいません。
Yeah, that's all you can do at that point. Man, that was dumb. I didn't think it would be gone. Lukako has become a girl. Her face hasn't changed and she's flat as a board, but she's definitely a girl. There's no denying what my hand didn't feel. I guess that ridiculous superstition was true. If you eat vegetables, you'll have a girl. Does this count as a scientific breakthrough? So now I'm thinking, like, when we did do Lukako's D-mail, like, we checked afterwards, right, to see if it worked, and it didn't. So it didn't work after Lukako sent the D-mail, but it seems after Ferris sent the D-mail, then it worked. Anyway, I'd better apologize to Lukako. I hope she doesn't get PTSD because some pervert me groped her. I mean, she's a 17-year-old girl now, and she was shy to begin with. Alright, short for post-traumatic stress disorder from the DSM-4, the 4th edition of the Diagnostic and Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders, published by the American Psychiatric Association, 1994. A mental disorder inducing various stress symptoms, caused by the shock of an accident, disaster, or crime. Symptoms include emotional instability, insomnia, confusion, and flashback memories. Diagnose if symptoms continue for over a month. I'll need to be as gentle as humanly possible from now on. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if she never spoke to me again. I have no one but myself to blame. I'll just have to accept the consequences.
だいたい、なんだって漆原さんが男の子だなんていう妙な妄想に取りつかれたんだ。
それについては前にも言ったはずだ。D メールによる過去改変だよ。ルカ子は男だったが、女の子になりたいという願いをもとに D メールを送り、それは成功した。世界線が変わったその瞬間を、俺は確かに認識していた。すなわち、 マガン。リーディングシュタイナーによってな。その点については反省せねばなるまい。俺はもっと自分の持つ特殊な力を信じるべきだったと。
Kurisu calmly readies her book above her head. This is him being like, I need to be sensitive right now. I need to be compassionate. And he's still talking like, Hoyen Kiyoma. There we go.
また食らいたい？
And the worst part, he has no way to prove
本当なんだ。
otherwise. Because he's the only one who remembers
こ
the
れについては
timeline.
信じてくれ。この現象を理論立てて説明するとだ。D メールを送るたび、この世界が辿ってきた歴史が変わる。つまり過去が変わる。それを俺の脳は知覚できるのだよ。
I leap to my feet, overcome with excitement.
世界中でこの俺だけが因果率の変化を認識できる。そう。例えるなら、俺はこの世界の観測者ということだ。
You know, you haven't apologized to Luca yet. You should maybe do that. I look around expecting to see awe on their faces.
いいから座れ。
I do as I'm told.
わからないのか。観測者、すなわち量子力学的に言うところのシュレディンガーの猫の実験における箱を開ける人なのだぞ。
Alright, Schrodinger's cat, a thought experiment proposed by physicist Erwin Schrödinger. Schrödinger intended it as a paradox that would refute quantum theory, but it has since proven to not be a paradox. It is often referenced in fiction as an example of the complexities of quantum mechanics. A cat is placed inside a box. The box also contains a vial of poisonous gas and a sample of some radioactive substance. If the radioactive substance emits an alpha protocol, it sets off a sensor, releasing the poisonous gas and killing the cat. Assume the radioactive substance has a 50% chance of emitting 1 alpha particle per hour. After 1 hour, you open the box. The cat has a 50-50 chance of being alive or dead. The question is, was the cat alive or dead before you found it? According to Einstein, your observation of the cat's condition is irrelevant. The cat was either alive or dead before you opened the box.
シュレディンガー？
うわ、出たよ、シュレディンガーの猫。日本人のシュレディンガー好きは異常。
あんたも日本人だろ。
もううんざりって感じっすわ。猫が可愛いのは認めるがな。
Kitty. The word kitten, Nico, corrupted for cuteness, used by cat lovers all over the internet. Daro's absolutely right. Whenever an anime wants to use quantum mechanics, the characters always talk about Schrodinger's cat.
とにかく俺はそういう特殊な力を宿す真顔を持っている。その名をリーディングシュタイナーと呼ぶことについては以前説明した通りだ。
そのリーディングシュタイナーって名前、バカっぽいからやめろって私も以前言ったはずよね。いかにも和製英語って感じ。漫画の必殺技みたい。文法としては破綻してるし、シュタイナーがシュタインのことなら前半は英語で後半はドイツ語とか、むちゃくちゃだわ。ちなみにこれはシュタインズゲートだっけ？それにも言える。
まだまだ伝部の蒙古藩が取れぬようだな、クリスティーナよ。
And this is him being sensitive.
ネーミングは五感がすべて。かの天才レオナルド・ダ・ヴィンチにも被験する俺の想像力は文法などというつまらない決まり事に縛られたりはしないのだ。
She hits me again. I'm seeing stars.
少しは反省しろ。
Exactly. Like he hasn't shown any yet. Poor Luca. Lukako is still crying. As punishment, I spend the next 30 minutes on my knees under Karisu's watchful eye. If I slouch for a second, I get the corner of her book. I'd accept being told die pervert if it were coming from Lukako, but why the hell is Karisu butting in? I didn't do anything to her. Does she think she's one of those class president characters? Anyway, I flee the lab as soon as my punishment is over. The silent pressure from the girls is just too much to bear. I step into the sun and stretch. My legs are numb from the kneeling, so I can barely stand straight. At that moment, the Brawn Tube workshop door opens, and out comes part-time warrior. She's so mysterious. I need to know more about this girl. Our eyes meet.
オース
She's less energetic than usual.
なんでそんなふにゃふにゃしてんの？
こういう体操があるのだ。
知らなかったな。
Suzuha answers listlessly as she sits down on the bench. When she aimlessly gazes skyward, I follow suit. Huge clouds are slowly swallowing the blue. A helicopter flies overhead. I can hear its propellers slicing in the air.
絶好のサイクリング日和だね。
ん？そうか？
But it's so damn hot. How can you exercise on a day like this? I'd rather drink hot coffee in a well-air-conditioned room while browsing the net. Now that's a luxurious way to spend summer break. If only the lab had air conditioning.
あのさ、ちょっとサイクリングしない？
Seriously? Oh, good. We get to hang out with her and hopefully maybe find out more about her. She has to be joking.
チャリは1台しかないではないか。
二人乗りすればいいじゃん。
バイトを放り出していいのか？
Suzuha pops into the store. She's back in less than a minute.
許可取ってきた。どうせ客なんて来ないし。
I try to think of an excuse to refuse, but nothing comes.
俺はマッドサイエンティストであってサイクリストではないのだぞ。なのになぜ俺がお前を後ろに乗せて漕がなければならないのだ。
その昔、アリストテレスが言いました。時間は運動の数であるってね。だから運動した方がいいよ。
Nope, that doesn't make sense. Look at me checking my mail while I'm cycling. This is not safe, and I'm probably not wearing a helmet either. Luka-chan says she'll forgive you if you cosplay Kakeru-kun from Raynet, or maybe an Upa cosplay would be better, lol. Just kidding. Leave Lukako to Maishi. I haven't seen Raynet, so I don't know what Kakeru-kun cosplay looks like. I'm exhausted. We barely made it to the station. I'd die if I went another block. This was a terrible idea. I should have known better. I get off the bicycle and sit against the station wall. Suzuha sets the bike against the wall and crouches next to me. Sitting on the ground is undignified for a man of my stature, but no matter. I just need a few moments to catch my breath. I watch the crowds of people move past. Nearly all of them are men. Here and there I see people carrying large boxes, most likely PC parts or appliances. There isn't an anime poster in sight. When Akiba changed, so did the people who visited it. This atmosphere, it's kind of retro. It's the Akiba I've only seen in pictures, Akiba at the end of the 20th century. The electric town in its purest form. It has risen from the ashes of the past. And the only one who knows it is me.
私さ、
Suzuha murmurs.
東京に来たのは10日前が初めてなんだよね。
Huh? I didn't know that.
夏休みを利用した観光ではないよな。
父さんを捜索するため。
That's a strange way to put it.
蒸発でもしたのか。
I meant it as a joke, but Suzuha looks so serious. I hope I didn't screw up again.
もう何年も会ってなくて、この町にいるのは分かってるんだけどさ。
そうなのか。しかし、ならばバイトなどしている場合ではないのでは？
Suzuha works at the Brawn Tube workshop from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. every day. I doubt that leaves much time to search.
当てがないっていうのが正直なとこ。
警察に捜索願いは出したのか？ だったら出すべきだろう。あとは金があるならば興信所に頼むとか。
そんな予算はないな。それにいろいろ事情があるんだよ。
Issues.
たださ、一回だけチャンスはあるんだ。そのチャンスが明日なの。
Oh,
明日
okay.
ある場所に現れるかもしれなくて。
A certain place? That has a rather ominous ring to it. Could her father be some kind of fugitive? I stay silent, unable to think of a response.
そのチャンスを逃したら、私もうこの町を離れなきゃいけない。
離れるとは地元に帰るのか？
行かなきゃいけないところがあるからさ。私も多忙なわけよ。
What?
もともと明日会えなかったら諦めるつもりだったし。
不安なのだな。わかるぞ、その気持ち。誰も知らないこの町でたった一人で父親を探す、さぞや心細いことだろう。不安な気持ちを紛らわすため誰かに相談したいわけだな。そして身近にいる人間で最も頼りになりそうなこの法王院京馬にすがったわけか。だが残念だったな。俺のような狂気のマッドサイエンティストに頼ったのがお前の運の尽きだ、バイト戦士よ。
はあ。
そんなお前は俺が実験台として使ってやろうではないか。
実験台って
決まっている。時間を遡ることができる人類科学の夢 D メールだ。
I just had a thought about how the fact that Suzuha is voiced by the same girl who voices Rika, and both of them are referred to as guinea pigs in both of their respective games. I just thought that was kind of funny. I've already explained D-mail to Suzuha before.
お前にはその実験台となってもらおう。
どうするの？
Suzuha takes a step back. She finally realizes the danger she's in.
何？簡単なことだ。俺は今 D メール検証実験のデータを少しでも多く求めている。お前にも過去を変えてもらうのだ。もっともその変えた過去を認識できるのはこの俺だけだがな。非道だと思うのならば勝手にするがいい。だがお前はもはや俺の毒牙にかかった子羊。逃がしはしない。そうだ、いいことを思いついた。お前が過去へ送るメールの内容についてだ。いいか、よく聞け。お前は蒸発する前の父親へとこうメールを送るのだ。
And with as much as the D-mail and the phone wave has been changing, he's still being very flippant with just like, I'm just gonna keep changing the timelines over and over again.
娘を置いていくなとな。
君ってさ、いいやつだね。
な
になんかちょっとだけ楽になったかも。
The sad thing is he's showing more support and, he's talking more to this girl that he apparently met 10 days ago than he's showing to Luka, who's someone that he's known for a lot longer than Suzuha.
お前、俺を侮辱するつもりか。俺はいいやつなどではない。実験のことしか考えていない狂気のマッドサイエンティストである。分かったならばお前の父親の携帯アドレスを教えろ。教えなければ俺の右腕が火を吹くぞ。ちなみに封印が解かれた右腕を俺は制御できない。 お前の命も保証できんと言っておこ
ごめん、無理なんだ。
う。あくまで逆らうのか。
父さんの携帯の番号もメルアドも知らないから。
あ、そう。
Well, that's a letdown.
まあだからこそ明日にかけてるわけでさ。心配してくれてサンキュー。
心配などしていない。実験台にできなくてがっかりしているだけだ。
でもすごいね。メールを過去に送れるなんて人類初のタイムマシンじゃん。
And now she's got to be a lab mem because now she knows about it too.
すごいのは当然だろう。なぜなら俺はホーイン京馬だからな。
アップグレードの予定は？
アップグレード？
Alright, Smyrie. Check the interwebs for more details. Can I address book saying that I would like to use the internet if I could. On those flip phones, it would cost me a lot of money to try and access the internet. It reminds me of when I had the flip phones and when you accidentally hit internet, you're like, oh god, close it, close it, close it, it's gonna cost me so much money.
そのタイムマシンのアップグレード、例えば人そのものを送れちゃうようになるとか。
検討中だ。
No good ideas yet, though.
だったらさ、作る前に一つ忠告。マキセ・クリスは仲間から外した方がいい。
Oh, okay.
そういえばお前、
I need to get into what
あいつの
her
ことをやけに嫌っていた
deal
な。
is against Kurisu. Like, what? Maybe they're sisters? Maybe Kurisu's father is also Suzuha's father, and maybe that's why she doesn't like Kurisu, and why she knows stuff about, like, the IBN 5100, and she seems interested in time machines too? I mean, they both have kind of brown hair. I'm just trying to see now. I'm like, maybe they're sisters, and maybe she knows about it, and maybe that's another reason Kurisu might not be a big fan of her father, is maybe her father had an affair and Suzuha is like her half sister or something.
さてと、そろそろ工房に戻らなくちゃ。30分休憩をもらっただけだからさ、そろそろ帰んないと怒られちゃうよ。
I stop Suzuha as she gets on the bike.
明日は父親と会えても会えなくてもラボに来い。
なんで？
お前の昇進を利用して D メールを使わしてやる。
さすがマッドサイエンティスト。悪逆非道だね。もし父さんと会えたなら行くよ。そん時はみんなで祝福をあげてよね。
She laughs happily. Then she starts pedaling, leaving me behind.
待て！俺も乗せていけ！おい！
Suzuha doesn't wait, leaving me with no choice but to run back to the lab.
これより作戦名エルドフリー・ムニルの概要について説明する。
Alright, got a lot of things going on here. Alright, let's check the mail first. Part-time warrior. Eureka! Going to infiltrate now. What should I do? I'm so nervous. I can't see my own heart like peeking through frosted glass. Wish me luck. Over and out. Alright, and then we gotta check the tip list. Alright, oh boy, anything Norse, like, forget about it. I can't pronounce these things. Look at the screen. That word. In Norse mythology, the cauldron used to cook for the gods. The only lab mems here today are Mayuri, Kurisu, and Lukako. I couldn't get a hold of Ferris or Mocha. They must be busy. Daru, meanwhile, gave me some crap about having things to do. I was prepared for Lukako to refuse my invitation, but since she's here, I guess she's forgiven me. For now, at least.
お前たちにはこれから宴会用の買い出しに行ってもらう。
I've already explained to the lab mems what Suzuha told me yesterday.
あんたは何するの？
俺か？俺はこれからバイト選手を尾行し、状況を逐一報告。
やめなさいよ、悪趣味だな。親子水入らずにさせてやれ。
いちいち突っかかるなクリスティーナ。お前は人間の心理というものを理解していない。人というのはそうやって一周されると意地でも自らの意志を通したくなってしまうのだ。
独善的すぎ。
そもそもクリスティーナよ、お前とバイト選手は対立していたはずだ。にもかかわらずそのような気遣いをするとは大した偽善ぶりだな。
あんたの行動が人としてダメすぎるんだろ。そうだよ、邪魔するのはね、良くないと思うな。
Even during the strategy meeting, Mayuri keeps working on her costume. Lukako hasn't agreed to wear it yet, but Mayuri's enthusiasm remains strong.
それよりもどんな結果になってもあったかく迎えてあげようよ。そのためにもね、マユシーは買い出しを張り切っちゃうつもりです。でも僕、その鈴葉さんという人と会ったことはないんですけど。すずさんはね、とってもいい人だから。
Creasy's like, I don't know about that.
すぐに仲良くなれるよ。いい人ね。
とにかく俺はこれから尾行を。
だからダメだっつってんでしょ。
女子の分際で俺に指図をするな。
In the end, I can't get permission to tail Suzuha.
逃げたら承知しないからな。
Kurisu is forcing me to help her with the shopping. There's no way out. Damn it. Kurisu really is turning into a class president character. At this rate, she might take over the lab. I think she already has, my dude. Oh, Ferris. A cat's paws are made of warmth and joy. Sorry I couldn't come today. Yeah. I'm surprised she doesn't have a pet cat. Maybe she does. I don't know. Wait, could this be what Suzuha was warning me about? Nah. Anyway, time to get my head in the game. We must prepare for the Last Supper. Operation... Oh, God, that name again. Eld Ramir. The Last Supper refers to our party for Suzuha. In the event she reunites with her father, we'll just celebrate normally. In other words, it will be her last supper in Tokyo. However, if she doesn't reunite with her father, we'll kidnap her and force her to participate in our experiments. Sacrifices must be made if we're going to perfect D-mail technology. In that case, it will be the Last Supper on this world line. The lab's budget, most of which comes out of my pocket, is tight, but it's okay to party every once in a while. There's no such thing as low risk, high return. Man, that's what we should have asked Ferris for, with some money. At least get an air conditioner or something. High risk, high return, that's how a mad scientist operates. Mwahaha, I can already taste Suzuha's despair.
あら？あそこにいるのって。
I follow Karisu's finger to see Daru emerge from the Yodobashi camera.
見つけたぞダル。
I grab his collar to stop him from escaping.
お前、俺の招集に応じないとはどういうつもりだ。
だから用事があるって言ってんじゃん。
用事とは？
オフ会。
話にならんな。
いや、ちょっと聞いてくれよ。
オフ会とラボメンガールズの手作り料理が食べられるパーティー。お前はどちらを選ぶ？
手作りだと？一つ確認したい。そこにフェイリスタンはいますか？
Before Kurisu can answer that, I whisper to Daru.
無論だ。フェイリスもラボメンだからな。
くそー、どうしてバッティングするんだよ。せめて明日にしてくれれば。
どうする？決断の時だ。お前自身が選択しろ。
フェイリスタンの手料理が 食べたいです。
オフ会を諦めればそこで試合終了だよ。
諦める。僕はオフ会を諦めるぞ。
Oh, he's gonna be so mad if Ferris isn't there. Dara surrenders all too quickly. When we return to the lab, Mayuri and Lukako are already starting preparations.
あれれ、ダルくんがいるよ。
フェリスタンはいずこに？
橋田、あんた騙されてるわよ。
Oh, poor
フェリスちゃ
poor
ん
Daru.
は来られないって言ってたけど。
マジで？おいオカリン、これはどういうことだよ。ドッキリってレベルじゃねえぞ。
次の機会があったら話をつけておいてやる。
ふざけんなよ。せっかくのタイムマシンオフ会だったのに。
タイムマシンオフ会？何それ？
僕がよく見に行く SF 関係の BBS があるんだよ。そこのオフ会なんだ。プロの作家なんかも来る予定だったのに。僕はオカリンを許さない。絶対にだ。
なぜ先にそれを言わないのだ。そんなオフ会があるならば俺。
Suddenly, I smell something strange.
何か
一周？
タコ足配線のしすぎでどこかの電源がショートしていないか。
すみません。
Lukako's apologizing for something.
多分まゆりちゃんの作ってるお料理の匂いだと思います。
I was about to say, I was like, he was talking about the lab girls are cooking, but they never said that they could cook well. Like, we know Ferris is a good cook. What? This is the smell of food?
私も手伝うわ。
じゃあ卵を温めてもらって。
電話レンジ使う？
ダメです。生卵をレンジに入れたら爆発しちゃいます。
Well, at least Luka knows what she's doing, and it's so weird to call Luka a she, but I'll have to get used to that.
ドアを剥ぎ取ったんだから大丈夫なんじゃない？
トトトトトントントトトトン。まゆりちゃん、そんな持ち方したら危ないよ。
I'd be like these two. I am a terrible cook. What the hell is going on here? Daru and I exchanged glances.
俺たちも手伝うべきか。むしろあのガールズどもをキッチンから排除すべきでは。
結果は同じじゃね？
めまいがしてきた。この現実を改変したい気分だ。
ハゲドウ、オカリン、この恨み末代まで忘れん。
本気ですまないと思っている。
保険としてピザ頼んどくわ。
It only gets worse. The smoke grows thicker by the second, filling my lungs with ash and tar. In less than an hour, the girls have transformed the lab into a Class 5 disaster zone. I take out my phone and put it to my ear.
俺だ。どうやら邪神の封印を解いてしまったらしい。もし1時間以内に連絡がなかったら、両親に愛していると伝えてくれ。
オカリン、それ死亡フラグ。
A death flag, a metafiction term. When a character triggers a death flag, they have said or done something that foreshadows their death. A common way to trigger a death flag is to make a promise on the eve of a climactic battle. For example, when this war is over, I'm gonna get married.
これがシュタインズゲートの選択なのか。ヘルプさえかける。
After the storm has passed.
うわー。
遅いな。
The sun has already set. The food lined up on the table, none of it looking particularly appetizing, has already grown cold. I opened my phone to check the time. It's getting late. High school girls will need to head back soon. Was Suzuha able to meet her father? If so, they might have had a lot to talk about. Oh, sorry. Goodbye. Wow, what? There's only one word in Suzuha's email. Does this mean she didn't meet her father? And now she plans to leave town alone?
そんなことはこの法王院京馬が許さん。あいつは実験台なのだから。
I fly out of the lab. I don't know where Suzuha is. All I can do for now is go to the station. If she's going to leave town, she should be using public transportation. If she's using the Hibiya line on the other side of the station, then I've struck out. But if she's going to take the bullet train from Tokyo or Ueno, then she has to pass through here. I carefully scan the thinning crowd around Akiba station. Where is she? This music is making me worry that something bad has happened, and maybe I triggered a bad end or something. After about 30 minutes of watching the crowd, I spot something. My gaze focuses on a person walking in from the main street. Aww, it's Suzuha shuffling along with her head bowed. As she gets closer, I can see she's wiping her eyes. Is she crying? I don't see anyone walking with her. I guess she couldn't find her father after all.
そこのバイト選手
Suzuha looks up in surprise. I see the tracks of tears on her face. Just as our eyes are about to meet, Suzuha looks away. What's this music? It's so, like, pumping. And then she turns and runs out of the station. Oh, that's why. I give chase, ignoring the stares of passers-by. She's gone. Damn it. Where did she... Hold on a second. Why am I chasing her? Do I have some kind of urge to chase things that run away? That's stupid. I'm not a dog. Shouldn't I just leave her be? It's not like we're that close, right?
君ってさ、いいやつだね。なんかちょっとだけ楽になったかも。
But Suzuha is all alone in this town. What if I was the only one she could talk to about her father? I know she's hurting. She needs my help. Shouldn't I do everything in my power? Just now, I think I saw someone who looked like Suzuha. But the run from the station has left me exhausted. I drop to my knees, gasping for breath. My sides ache. I can't take another step. Even after searching the entire area around the station, I couldn't find Suzuha. I guess this, too, is the choice of Steins Gate. As I rest, I look up at the night sky. The satellite remains buried in Radikon's wall. I wipe the sweat off my brow and head back to the lab. That was weird.
おかり、すずさんには会えた？
This music is so, like, foreboding. Everyone's still there when I return.
もう遅いからみんな帰るんだ。
でも
結局どうなったのよ。
そうだ、一人で納得してんなよ。
鈴葉には逃げられた。どうやら父親には会えなかったようだ。
Chris would be like, I'm not surprised a girl ran away from you.
そっか。
A gloomy silence falls. I can see the sadness on everyone's faces. Even Kurisu, even though Kurisu doesn't seem to like her very much. I begin to laugh.
岡部さん、どうしたんですか？大丈夫ですか？
走りすぎで脳に酸素が届いてないんじゃない？
オカリン、決めっす。
いや、お前たちがしょんぼりしているのが傑作でな。どいつもこいつも何をしょぼくれている。こんな時のために俺たちにはあれがあるではないか。
I thrust my finger at the curtain to the development room.
D メールを使うの？
でもさ、 この時間じゃ電話レンジの放電現象は起きなくね？
起きないのならば明日送ればいい話だ。
D-mails leap through time. It matters not when we send it, but when it's received.
誰になんて送るの？
今日の昼間の俺自身へ。内容は
I smile triumphantly.
クリスティーナの脅迫に屈せず意地でもバイト選手を尾行せよ。
If I do that, there's no way I can fail. And then we can have Suzuha as a test subject. I suddenly hear the sound of rain. I look outside the window to see that rain has started to fall. As Dara predicted, the discharge phenomenon does not occur. It looks like we'll have to wait until tomorrow. The rain grows stronger over time, eventually becoming a thunderstorm. The next day, there isn't a cloud in the sky. It's hard to believe it rained all night. Oh, we got a mail. Can I not check the mail? I guess not. I keep checking the Brontu workshop through the window, but the morning passes without any sign of Suzuha. I know I'm receiving mail. I'm like, if I don't check it, is something gonna happen? There we go. Okay, Mayuri. Disappeared. They say the satellite disappeared. I wonder what happened. Did it fly away? It's like a magic trick. Well, good night. Oh, that's gotta be something to do. Ooh. Suzuha, her father, the machine, or the satellite going away. Well, it's gotta be related. LOL, what? Check the news, Okurin. The satellite up and disappeared. Oh no, lol. I wonder if Suzuha went to the satellite and they flew away. Her father is a time traveler. She's probably long gone from Akiba by now. Just the way she said it, like, goodbye. She doesn't know who she's dealing with. She is but a pawn in my game, destined to fight for me at Ragnarok. At the stroke of noon, I activate the phone wave, name subject change. The destination is my phone, yesterday around 4 p.m. The discharge phenomenon occurs as normal. The floor shakes violently. Squinting against the glare, I send the mail. My brain shakes violently, my vision flickers. As the vertigo passes, I can hear my heartbeat and feel the warm blood coursing through my body. I blink slowly. That was the sensation of reading Steiner activating. And so I know Suzuha is ours. I hurry down the stairs. I step outside and look to the front of the building. What belongs there has returned. A mountain bike polished to a shining finish, and on the bench next to it looking up into the summer sky is Amane Suzuha.
おはようバイト戦士。
I try to remain calm as I call out to her.
うっす。
She greets me in her usual listless fashion.
サボり中か？
だって客来ないし。それに昨日は夜中まで上で騒いでたからさ。すっごく眠たいんだよね。
夜中まで騒いでいた？誰が？
岡部倫太郎さ。昨日お酒飲んでたっけ？
Wait, so that means does she find her father? Because she said if she found her father, she's gonna come to the lab.
酔っ払いだな。未成年なのにダメなんだぞ。
We have shifted from a world line where we failed to stop Suzuha from leaving to one where we succeeded. As a result, the events of yesterday changed.
俺たちは昨日の夜、お前が父親に会えなかったので実験台となってもらうための最後の晩餐を開いた。
そうそう。昨日も君そんなこと言ってた。
I know that we're in the present time, but it would be nice to see the things that happened to lead up to this, like to see the pursuit of her and to see what happened to Suzuha instead of just like hearing about it afterwards.
昨日は私のためにサンキュー。
いまいちよく覚えてないんだが、俺は一体どうやってお前を確保した？
まさか本当に昨日お酒飲んでた？
いいから聞かせてくれ。
私がタイムマシンオフ会から帰ろうとしたら
Oh, so if Daru had gone to the time machine meet, he would have seen Suzuha there.
ちょっと待て。タイムマシンオフかい？
I'm convinced Kurisu's father is her father as well. And that's why she's so interested in time machines. That's the same offline meet that Daru was going to.
それが父親が現れるかもしれないという場所だったのか。
そうだって昨日説明したじゃん。
それで帰ろうとしたら？
いきなり君と橋田至、それに椎名真由里が現れて、私はラボに連行されました。めでたしめでたし。
So my pursuit of Suzuha was a resounding success. I can't help but smile at how smoothly things went. Suzuha, meanwhile, looks back up at the clear blue sky.
昨日は楽しかったな。
Her tone is sincere.
マキセクリスさえいなければもっと楽しめたけどさ。あいつの作ったアップルパイ、殺人的なまずさだったし。でも漆原ルカのカレーは極上だった。君たちのラボ、サークルみたいなものだっけ？ああいう場所ってさ、なんかいいね。みんな仲が良くていつも楽しそうで、あんなに心地いい時間は生まれて初めてだったよ。
It sounds like Suzuha had a pretty dark childhood. Maybe she was bullied in school. Could that be related to her father's disappearance? And I bet you the satellite will still be there in this timeline.
お前には実験台になってもらうぞ。
でもさ、この前も言ったけど、私父さんのメールアドレス知らない？
ならば実験はいずれ分かった時まで延期だ。ちなみに実験に用いる電話レンジ（仮）は我がラボの最高機密事項のため外部に情報を漏らされないようお前にはラボ面になってもらう。
Well, we knew it was gonna happen, but I'm like, man, the girl to guy ratio is really, really off. Can we get another guy? Like, Luca's now a girl too, so literally 2 guys and like 6 girls. I'm like, my goodness, it is their own little harem.
ラボ面？
ラボラトリーメンバーの略だ。このラボ面ナンバーを与えられた人間はすなわちラボの仲間となる。
いいの？
いやでもなってもらうぞ。お前は今日からラボ面ナンバー008だ。
Suzuha lowers her head, no doubt awed by my proclamation. I hear what sounds like a sniffle. Then she looks up, revealing a smile.
しょうがないからさ、実験台になってあげるよ。
まだ帰ったりしないよな。
もうちょっとだけ頑張って父さんを捜索してみる。
お前は今日からラボ面なのだ。何かあれば俺たちも手伝おう。ちなみに父親についての手がかりのようなものはないのか？
Suzuha hesitates a little. Then she stands up and turns to me. Her expression is grave.
私の父さんはタイターって名乗っている。
Oh, okay. I didn't see that coming. Here I was about this theory that maybe she was Kurisu's half sister.
タイターってあのタイターか？
I guess that would explain why she knew so much about Titor.
知ってんの？もしかしたら今は違うコードネームを使ってるかもしれないんだけど。
Then again, maybe John Titor is Kurisu's father too. Who frickin' knows? I don't know much about Kurisu's dad, except that he was interested in time machines. I don't just know about him. He's been active on @channel for the past several weeks. I open the @channel thread on my phone and show it to Suzuha.
見ろ、ジョン・タイターという人物が書き込みをしているだろ。
Suzuha stares at the screen.
これで謎は解けた。お前の父親はチャンネルにいる。
ああ、本当だ。
っておい、なんだその淡白なリアクションは。
いや、この人じゃないよ。
なぜわかる？お前が今父親はタイターと名乗っていると言ったのだぞ。
私にはわかるの。とにかくこのタイターは父さんじゃない。
That's a strange way to put it. It's almost like she knows who's behind John Titor. As if to answer my suspicions, Suzuha continues.
ジョンじゃないんだよ。私の父さんが使っていた名前はバレルタイターって言うんだ。
Barrel Titor? What? Chapter 5, Dogma in Event Horizon. I open my eyes to a deep scarlet sky. I'm on my way back, I'm on my back, lying face up. The sky is vast and the color ominous. I've never seen it like this before. Where am I? I sit up. Oh, there's nothing here. A wasteland stretches to the horizon, nothing but rocks and dust as far as the eye can see. No plants, no water, no sun, no moon, no warmth, no cold, not a single breath of wind. It looks like hell, a frozen world. It can't be Earth. Mars, I could believe. Why am I here? This must be a dream. I give up thinking about it and lie down again on the sand. I guess I'll wake up soon. I should just wait until then. I wait, but the dream shows no sign of ending. Have I ever had a dream this lucid before? There's a terrible ringing in my ears that keeps me awake. I realize it's the sound of silence. My belongings are gone. I have no watch, no phone. The lack of motion numbs my sense of time. How long have I been lying here? It might have been only a second. It might have been 3 days. An epiphany. The concept of time is a human construct. The universe at large has no use for it. Time is a cage that we created to feel secure. Within its walls we can forget our own insignificance. I'm thirsty. It hurts to breathe. This void is no place for a human. We're not strong enough to live in a world without time. Tears fill my eyes. What do they mean? I no longer know. I want to die. Yes, let's die. But what is death? To be frozen in time? Time stopped for me long ago. How can I die in a world that is already dead? Everything inside me is crumbling away. Who am I? I can barely recall. My soul is melting into the void. Is someone there? Anyone? Something moves in the corner of my eye. Impossible. I try to move my eyes, but I've forgotten how.
オカリ見つけた。
A pleasant voice silences the buzzing in my ears. It reminds me of who I am, OKABE Rintaro. This time my eyes move. There's a girl sitting on a nearby rock. I recognize her. My frozen brain comes alive. Her presence breathes new life into this dead world. Mayuri? My brain is still half asleep and I cannot speak. It's Mayuri, Shina Mayuri, my oldest friend. She smiles at me, swinging her legs.
ここはね、7000万年前の地球だよ。オカリンは陰謀に巻き込まれてタイムマシンでここに送られちゃったんだ。
This is a dream, right?
マユシーはね、オカリンを追いかけてたくさんの世界線のすべてのオカリンを探し続けてきたのです。ここにいるオカリンもたくさんいるオカリンのうちの一人って言えるし、オリジナルでもあるって言えるの。
Oh yeah, I gotta think about it with all the world lines. Like, is there different versions of him all over the place? Like Jellyman just like everywhere? Or is there only one him? I guess there's like multiple timelines, multiple Okabes.
ここにいるマユシーもたくさんいるマユシーのうちの一人って言えるし、オリジナルでもあるって言えるの。
It's so trippy.
でね、 リンもマユシーもここで死んじゃうと思う。
This is a dream, right, Mayuri?
でもきっと7000万年後の秋葉原にいるオカリンとマユシーまで意志は連続していくんだって思うな。だから大丈夫だよ。
これは夢だ。
Whoa, what? I jerk awake on top of the sofa. My body is drenched in sweat.
夢
I must have fallen asleep sometime around noon. What a horrible nightmare. I guess that threatening email I got is still weighing on my mind. Still, Mayuri had to save me? Even in a dream, that's unacceptable. I'm the one who saves her. That's the way it should be. Besides, Mayuri's not smart enough to talk about time travel like that. I sit up and look around the room. She's right where I expect to find her. In front of the TV, watching a Raynet Kokoru DVD. On the screen, the Upa riding Kokoru's shoulder is screaming something unintelligible.
マユシーもウーパとお友達になりたいな。
There's that Upa from the very beginning that she rode on. I bet you that's gotta come back at some point. Look at her sitting there all spaced out. Mayuri needs my protection. That dream was wrong. I chug a Dr. P and check my phone. No new emails. I sent Titor a mail several hours ago just to make sure that he really isn't Suzuha's father. He hasn't replied yet. Oh, phone call. Okay, make sure to answer that right away.
おーい、今日もだ。
にゃーフェイリスだにゃ。
お前か。秋葉ルミホ。
にゃ、誰のことかにゃ。
I could have sworn her real name was Akiha Rumiho. Don't tell me, could the D-mail have changed that too?
フェイリスはフェイリスにゃ。それ以外の名前は持たないにゃ。
はいはい、そうですね。マナはフェイリスだよな。これは失礼。
Of course, she's just being her usual self.
それで
If Ferris is calling me, it might be about the IBN 5100. She did promise to help us find one. Yeah, but that was in the previous timeline. I wonder if that's changed.
今日は派手に動きすぎたにゃ。すでに包囲網が敷かれたにゃ。
は
More of Ferris's usual nonsense?
四天王が動き始めたにゃ。もう逃げられないにゃ。
そうか。だが四天王ごときで俺を止められると思うな。秋葉は血の海になるぞ。
四天王の後には裏四天王もいるにゃ。その後には白血衆がいるし、さらにブラックエンジェル12も控えてるにゃ。
It's like these two are playing like D&D in real life. I love that they just bounce off each other. Like, he doesn't even really, like, what's the word? Like, he just jumps right into it, and he's like, alright, yes, the four guardian kings, okay? Like, it's like they have their own little language between them.
そんなにいるのか。インフレしすぎだろ。
それだけ奴らは本気だってことにゃ。今日残念だけどチェックメイトにゃ。
いや、まだだ。あれさえ手に入れれば形勢を逆転できる。 IBN5100 の情報は未だ手に入らないのか。
にゃー、ごめんにゃ。
Okay, so I
世界
guess...
中の情報をかき集めてるけどまだ見つかってないにゃ。
So that hasn't changed in this timeline. What, so she has no progress to report?
急いでくれ。俺にはもう時間がない。
わかったにゃ。見つかった時はフェイリスから連絡するにゃ。今日それまで死なないでにゃ。
ああ、死ぬものか。エル、プサイ、コング、ルー
What? She hung up before I could finish. Damn it, that's why I hate talking to Ferris. Anyway, moving on. I wonder what would have happened if I hadn't answered the phone call. This time around, my search for an IBN 5100 is going poorly. Actually, I suppose I should consider myself lucky for having found one so easily the first time. I mean, the IBN 5100 is practically an urban legend. There are people like Mocha who've spent months searching with no success. I haven't seen Mocha in a while. Like, where is she in this timeline? Last time, it barely took me 3 days to reach Yanabayashi Shrine, almost as if something was guiding me there. It was fate. No, it was the choice of Steins Gate. That's why its loss is so painful.
さすが幻って言われる PC だよな。
Daru was sitting at his computer, like always.
アットちゃん情報だけどさ、何年か前にコレクターがうん千万円出してまで手に入れたって話もあるらしいよ。IBN5100 やばい、マジやばい。
そこまでプレミアがつくとは。
Then people must know their secret. They're all after the data in CERN's mainframe.
僕的にはすごく不思議なんだよね。実際なんでそんな値段がつくのかマジで謎。もともと高かったっていうのもあるかもしれないけど、当時の値段で2万ドルぐらいしたらしいから。
$20,000. That is expensive.
それにしても手に入らなさすぎな気はする。確かにいいマシンだけど、それはあくまで当時としてはだし、そんな血眼になってまで手に入れる価値があるとは思えねえ。誰かが買い占めてたりして。
I was gonna say maybe it's John Titor going back in time and getting the IBN 5100s, and that's why they're so hard to come across. The harder something is to obtain, the stronger the desire for it becomes. That's how people are. And that's exactly how I feel now. In the depths of CERN, completely isolated from the outside, lies a database coded with an IBN 5100. What secrets are sleeping there? Could it contain the data from CERN's time machine research? Could there be proof that the Committee of 300 exists? The desire to know grows stronger by the day. It's not just about plunging the world into chaos anymore. We need the power to oppose CERN's evil ambitions. And then there's that threatening email to consider. Daru is confident that CERN won't find us, but I can't afford to take that for granted. After all, we're up against the brightest minds in the world, the scientists who invented the World Wide Web. And they're backed by a secret organization more powerful than any nation. We're way out of our league here. They'd have no trouble at all crushing our puny lab if they desired. That's why we need a trump card to hold against them. But without an IBN 5100, we can't move forward. I'm getting restless.
うお、なんじゃこりゃ。
Daru suddenly lurches forward to stare at his monitor.
どうした？
いや、こんなのありえないんですけど。
どういうことか説明しろ。
今セルンのルート券ゲットしようといろいろ調べてて、なんかやけにセルンのデータベースの情報が落ちてくんのが早いなと思ってたんだけど、これすげえよ。なぜかこのビル周辺からセルンまで直通の光回線が通ってる。しかも1本じゃなくてたくさん束になってるお。
直通とは普通とは何が違う？
文字通り直通。こっからフランスにあるセルンまでマジで光ケーブルが直接つながってる。
What?
普通の場合は違うのか？
全然違うっつーの。
Daru calls up the National Assembly of France's website. Then he brings up the command prompt and hammers out some commands. It's almost like CERN wants us to find this information? I don't know, that seems too much of a coincidence.
ほら見てみ。これはこの PC からフランスの国民議会のサイトを見るときの経路なわけ。この PC の IP アドレスが0番のとこな。で、その後日本国内のいろんな箇所を経由してからフランスに飛んで、そっからさらに国民議会のサイトが置いてあるところまでフランス国内のコンピュータを経由してる。国民議会のサイトを見るためには16の経路が必要なわけ。平均転送速度は 300ms ぐらい。海外ならこんぐらいが普通。わかりやすく言うと、日本からフランスのサイトを見に行くための道は限られてるわけ。誰でも同じ道を通る。 これはフランスだけじゃなくて他の国でも同じだし、日本国内でだって10経路ぐらいは通るんだよ。じゃあ次にセルンを見てみるお。
Darrow calls up CERN's homepage on the browser. Then he displays the route like last time. The results.
経路はたったの1。
Unlike before, the signal doesn't pass through any intermediate servers. The PC we're using, its registered name as Akiba PC, is connected directly to CERN in France. Yeah, this seems fishy.
しかも転送速度は普通の数百倍だ。むちゃくちゃ速い。こんな数字国内でも出ないよ。向こうはフランスなのに。
なぜ直通なんだ。こんなことありえるのか。
クラックする前からこの状態だったのだぜ。僕は何もいじってねえもん。
このビルには以前からセルンとのホットラインがあるわけか。偶然とは思えないな。これはシュタインズゲートの選択である可能性が。
普通だったら絶対にありえない。日本のデータ通信網とは完全に独立したケーブルが1本だけここからセルンまでつながってるなんて。
Darrow's so excited he interrupted me.
そんなもんを日本やフランスの通信会社が設置するとは思えないし。となると
設置したのはセルン自身か。
Darrow gulps and nods. Cold sweat oozes from his brow. I feel a chill as well. CERN might be able to see everything we're doing. No, maybe. Maybe CERN has been expecting us for years. John Titor. Maybe. And then there's Suzuha. And Suzuha just happens to work at the... She wanted to work at this Braun Tube workshop that's right below where we are. I'm thinking there's maybe's got to be something to do with that. Like, why would she have any interest in working in that shop? It's maybe to keep an eye on us? I feel like she's maybe trying to infiltrate our group. How could that be? The answer is simple. John Titor claims that CERN completed their time machine in 2034. Just 2 years later, the world is a dystopia under their rule. Now, my thing is, if Suzuha somehow has something to do with this, because if she's John Titor's daughter, is she doing, like, does she want to join us to, like, oppose us or to help us? That's what I'm wondering. Or maybe I'm completely off and it's completely inconsequential. Maybe the CERN of 2034 considers our opposition in 2010 a threat. Maybe they used their time machine to travel to 2000 and install a fiber optic cable to track our every move. It's entirely possible. Has the invention of the time machine started an intertemporal war? If so, what can we do? Our enemy might be stronger than even I can imagine. No, I mustn't lose heart. I need to think positive.
でもさ、この直通回線があるおかげで LHC をこの PC からでも使えるようになったお。
本当にやったのか。
すごいよ、ダルくん。
Myri pauses her DVD and comes up beside me.
これだけの転送速度だからさ、遠隔操作もタイムラグほぼゼロだお。まだ実際に試してないけど。
That's right. Even if this is some sort of CERN trap, we might be able to make use of it. They're still vulnerable to our attack. Or maybe this is what they expected.
LHC ってあの20キロ以上ある大きなトンネルでしょ。結局何をするトンネルなんだっけ。
I am Myri in this situation. I'm like, I don't remember this stuff. Please explain.
要所を加速して衝突させる。
そうそう、ミニブラックホールを作れるんだよね。
公式発表じゃミニブラックホールは陽子衝突の過程で副産物的に生まれる可能性があるだけって言ってたけど、実は違ったんだわな。
極秘の内部資料によれば、初めからブラックホールを作るために建設された装置だった。
But we still don't know exactly how they do it. We need to think of a way to...
OKABE.
Kurisu suddenly emerges from the development room. She was cooped up in there all morning. Her expression is unusually grave.
どうした？
やっと解が出た。
Figured out what?
電話レンジの仕組みのことよ。
Oh!
解明したのか？
Kurisu nods. She still hasn't smiled.
あくまで私がわかる範囲で導き出した仮説だけど、今話してた LHC とも大きく関係する話。
Oh, okay.
LHC は世界一大きな電子レンジである。そういう例えを挙げたのはお前だ、クリスティーナ。
そう、その通りだった。予想は間違ってなかった。電話レンジはとんでもない化け物よ。
A monster.
こんな雑居ビルの一室に置いといていいものじゃない。もちろんネガティブな意味で。
Krisu clutches her arm as if to keep from trembling.
具体的に説明してもらおう。
電子レンジってもともとはリーダーの研究の結果偶然生まれたことは知ってる？
Daro and I nod. Myri shakes her head. We read up on all that back then. The phone wave name subject to change started acting weird.
発生する電磁波の周波数は 2.45GHz のマイクロ波。電話レンジに使われているのは業務用の強力なやつだから、出力は1500から2000ワットくらいある。で、ここからが重要。
Krisu goes on to explain that the electromagnetic waves output by the microwave are somehow connected to the electromagnetic waves output by the phone. In fact, you could say they fuse together.
確かにダルの設計図によれば、電子レンジと携帯2つの機器に共通する電磁波を飛ばすためのリード線はマグネトロンの陰極と陽極にそれぞれ結線してある。
Magnetron, a type of vacuum tube used in microwave ovens and radar, produces strong microwaves. On one hand, we have the microwave's super strong electromagnetic waves, originally a byproduct of the military's research into radar technology. On the other, we have the cell phone's standardized electromagnetic waves, a frequency now ubiquitous throughout the world. What happens when you fuse those two waves?
どっちも電波を使うことに関しては一致している。それがどんな範囲でどんな強さで影響を及ぼすのかはちゃんと調べたわけじゃないし、私は専門家でもないから想像がつかないけど、仮に携帯電話を踏み台にして周囲何百キロっていう広範囲に影響を及ぼすような軍事用電磁波がまき散らされたとするなら、秋葉原どころか東京が丸ごと電子レンジの中と同じ状態になる。中にいる人が死に至るまでの時間は体重差にもよるけど、平均しておよそ3分。
Oh.
マジ？じゃあ電話レンジって大量破壊兵器ってことじゃね？
Is it really that powerful?
あの電話レンジの中で起きてることを教えてあげるわ。レンジ内の目に見えない水素に対し電磁波のエネルギー順位が上昇する。これは通常の電子レンジの機能。そこに携帯電話の拡散型電磁波が加わることによって、レンジ内のあらゆる素粒子が衝突を繰り返すごとに質量を増していって、高速に近い円運動を始める。それはいわば加速器のようなもの。
加速器？
It's literally the same as the LHC.
じゃあ LHC がミニブラックホールを生成するために作られたのなら、やはりこの電話レンジカッコ仮もミニブラックホールを生み出している。
Krisu doesn't deny it.
こんなに安定して動作しているのが奇跡よ。ただまだわからない点があって、ミニブラックホールが生成されたとしてもそれは一瞬で蒸発してしまうはずなの。でもこの電話レンジはどうやらそうじゃない。バナナや唐揚げがゼリーマンになっていることからそれは明らか。 LHC と同じようにミニブラックホールはカーブラックホールに変化している。
タイターの理論によれば、ミニブラックホールにカーブラックホール効果を生み出すためには電子注入が必要だった。
その注入される電子がどこから来ているのか、それがわからないの。 LHC はリフターによってブラックホールに電子を注入して重力場をコントロールしていた。リフターに代替するものがこの電話レンジのどこかにある。
どこかって？
だからわからないのよ。
So I guess that's what it comes down to. All Carisu's explanation does is confirm our hypothesis that the phone wave, name subject to change, functions the same as the LHC. Alright, part-time warrior. It's easy to pretend to be someone you're not. Ultimately, however, there's no escaping the contradictions between your false self and the real you. It's a paradox, and paradoxes can't hold. I tried to tell myself that I didn't need anyone, that forming bonds would only hurt, but somehow I ended up joining your circle of friends. I still don't know if it was for the best. No, I'm sure it was. Without you, I would have given up on ever finding my dad. I don't know why I wrote all this. I guess what I'm trying to say is thanks. She's got something to do with it. I feel like Suzuha, I was a little suspicious of her from the start, with her just knowing about the IBN 5100, being interested in time travel, and just happened to be working at this little shop that nobody should, even know about. And it, of course, just happens to be right under our lab that has a direct line to CERN. Are we sharing confessions now? Be careful to whom you expose your innermost feelings. They may be used against you. I feel like she's the thing that's gonna kind of connect all of this.
LHC とは何か復習してみる必要がありそうだな。
It's time for our LHC Moe guy to shine.
LHC はラージハドロンコライダーの略だね。和訳すると大型ハドロン衝突型加速器ってところかな。
ハドロン？
素粒子の名前。
でこいつはフランスとスイスにまたがる形で作られた円形の巨大地下トンネルで、全長は約27キロ、地下100メートルの深さにある。トンネルの中には2本のリングが通ってて、リングの中は超低温の真空状態なんだお。つまり宇宙環境を再現してるわけ。マジ燃える。陽子の加速は隣接する施設から線形加速器陽子シンクロトロンブースター SPS で段階的に加速されて、最後に LHC に注入され敷き詰められた超電動磁石による最後の加速を行うんだ。最終的には高速の 99.999991% にまで達するを。 LHC やばい。電話レンジほどじゃないけどな。でもって加速させた陽子を1秒間に10億から100億回ぐらい衝突させる。そこで起きる高エネルギー反応について観測するのが LHC 計画の目的って一応公表されてる。大嘘だったけど。
I guess that about covers it.
そこでラボメン諸君に聞きたい。我が電話レンジカッコ仮によってセルンを出し抜き、物理的タイムトラベルは可能かどうか。
問題は2点ある。局所場指定とリフター。
局所場指定については前も言った通りだ。 D メールはきちんと指定先に届いている。
検証もなしに結論を出すのは危険よ。
Agreed.
リフターの代わりを担っているものについてはすでにあることは分かっている。その何かを見つければいいだけの話だ。
見つけられるとは思えない。この小さな電子レンジの中を私たちはもう何日もかけて調べまくっているけど、ヒントさえ手に入らない。もし仮に見つけ出したとしても、注入する電子量の調整にはさらに膨大な時間がいる。
膨大ってどんぐらい？
セルンは9年をかけても解決できていない。
We're just amateurs, so it's bound to take even longer. Wait, I have an idea.
ならば発想を逆転させてみよう。セルンは人間を物理的にタイムトラベルさせようとしたが、注入電子量の調整がうまくいかず、得意点を裸にできていない。それはこの電話レンジカッコ仮も同じことだ。ゼリーマンにならず、無事に送れるデータ量は36バイトプラスアルファだけ。そこで逆に考えるんだ。一人の人間を丸ごとデータ化し、それを36バイトプラスアルファまで圧縮してしまえばいいと考えるんだ。そうすれば D メールと同じように リング得意点を通過できるではないか。
人間を丸ごとデータ化ってそんなことできるわけないじゃん。もしできたとしてもそのデータ容量天文学的な数字になるんじゃね。それをどうやってたったの36バイトまで圧縮するん。バカなの？死ぬ？
いいアイデアだと思ったんだが。
I guess it's not that easy. The barriers to time travel are just too high. I turn to Kurisu, meaning to ask her opinion, and then I realize her expression has changed dramatically. Her eyes are wide as saucers and her mouth is hanging open.
そうか。それなら、もしかしたら。
She pauses for a second, and then...
できるかもしれない。
Do what? Time travel? It's hard to believe what Kurisu is saying, even though it was my idea in the first place.
本気で言っているのか。
Kurisu grins triumphantly in response.
少なくとも、データ容量の超圧縮については簡単よ。LHC で作ったブラックホールを利用すればいい。ブラックホールは飲み込んだあらゆるものを超圧縮してしまうんだから。圧縮するものが単なるデータなら人間みたいに潰されることで命が失われることもない。
It's weird to see her so on board. She was the one who was so against time travel. I get it. But wait, can we really pull off such a stunt? And besides...
人間のデータ化についてはどうするつもりだ。
I can't believe we might actually be able to send someone back to the past. This is big.
サイエンス誌に私の論文が載ったっていうことは知ってるわよね。
なぜいきなり自慢を始めるのだ。
その論文を読んだことは？
I haven't.
おう、その号のサイエンス誌ならスキャンして撮ってあるお。
Daru opens up his image folder, scrolls past tons of 2D porn, and opens up the scanned image. Sure enough, there's Kurisu's name in big English letters.
論文のタイトルは側頭葉に蓄積された記憶に関する神経パルス信号の解析。
側頭葉？神経パルス？
あれ？オカリン知らなかったん？
いや待て、からかうのはよせ。このタイトルは物理学というより脳科学の分野では。
Alright, neuroscience, the scientific study of the brain. This field incorporates biology, genetics, medicine, psychology, and electrical engineering.
脳科学専攻ですけど何か？
What? I can't believe it. From the way she talks about particle accelerators and time travel theory, I was sure she had to be a physicist.
いや、それはまあいいとして。それとタイムトラベルとどんな関係が？
人間丸ごとのデータ化は無理でも、人間の記憶丸ごとのデータ化なら可能っていうこと。
Oh, okay. Converting memories to data? Kurisu proceeds to explain her thesis. Memories accumulate in something called the parahippocampal gyrus, or hippocampus, which is located in the temporal lobe of the brain. But what exactly are memories? Kurisu's thesis analyzes that question from a neuroscientific perspective. All of the brain's functions manifest as electrical signals running through its neurons. Even memories are written to the hippocampus by electrical signals. Kurisu analyzed how specific electrical signals correspond to specific memories. The mechanism by which humans recall memories can be likened to a word association game. You begin with a vague, abstract image which calls successive images of increasing clarity.
タンスの引き出しの一つ一つには小さい箱がびっしり入ってるの。で、そのたくさんの箱の中にもさらに小さな小箱がいっぱい。そんな風に想像してもらえばいい。
Kurisu discovered that the number of retrieval commands, nerve impulses used to search up memories, is surprisingly low. Out of hundreds of millions of nerve impulse patterns in the brain, only a few thousand are related to memory. I was thinking that, I was like, I mean, even memories, even, you know, the brain, it's like, when you convert that to data, like, that's gotta be, like, terabytes of information, but I guess not. Like, more than terabytes, like, it's... But I guess if you break it down to, like, just the base memories, okay. It was the successful analysis of these patterns that earned Kurisu and her research team critical acclaim in the scientific community.
この研究単体だけじゃ、岡部の言ったアイデアとは全然関係なさそうだけど、もう一つあるの。
Maybe that's why Kurisu got killed in the one timeline, is because maybe CERN knew that she would be the key to them being able to, beat them at time travel, so they killed her off?
私の通ってる大学、ビクトル・コンドリア大学の精神生理学研究所がビジュアルリビルディング、略して VR 技術っていうのを何年か前に開発した。簡単に説明すると、ビデオカメラなんかの映像機器に映した風景の映像信号を神経パルス信号にコンバートする技術のこと。逆に神経パルスを普通の電気信号にコンバートすることもできる。
Because it just seems so, like, oh, what are the odds of us having to run into this girl whose her whole, study is about this stuff that we can use for, time travel?
で、この VR 技術と私たちの研究を組み合わせるとどうなると思う？
まさか
人間の記憶のデータか？
それだけじゃない。記憶の移植、バックアップ、外部保存、そういうことができるようになる。
It's like science fiction. In a sense, this technology could be used to copy a person's soul. According to Kurisu, some religious groups strongly oppose this research, as you might expect. On the other hand, the medical community is ecstatic about the possibilities. In any case, it's amazing my assistant here was able to make such an incredible discovery. Of course, she did have a university supporting her, but still.
つまりお前はこう言いたいのだな。 D メールと同じ要領で被験者の記憶を含む脳内情報を光信号として取り出し、それを LHC で発生させたミニブラックホールを利用して超圧縮36バイトプラスアルファのサイズにまでして、電話レンジカッコ仮で生成したカーブラックホールのリング特異点を通過させ、携帯電話を通して過去の被験者自身の脳に記憶だけをぶち込む。
どういうこと？
記憶だけの時間跳躍。物理的転送によるタイムトラベルと区別するために、仮にこっちはタイムリープと定義しましょうか。肉体を含めた物理的転送ではなく、記憶だけを過去へと跳躍させる。あまりに突飛すぎて誰もまともに考えようとしなかった方法。
She's right. The idea is ridiculous, which is exactly why none of the geniuses at CERN could come up with it. But this union of physics, neuroscience, and neurophysiology will make the impossible possible. To transfer memories to the past via cell phone, to time leap.
ポイントは、転送するのは記憶だけってこと。人格や意識についてはこれに含まない。
どういうことだ？ SF 小説でよくあるタイムリープとは何か違うのか？
SF とかでよくあるタイムリープは、意識、人格、記憶の全てが跳躍している。でも意識や人格まで含めるとデータ量は膨大になるだろうし、そもそも私の研究室が解析できたのは記憶の部分だけだから、意識、人格と記憶は別と考えて。記憶はコンピューターでいうところの画像データや映像データと同じ。それに対して意識と人格はいわば OS ということになる。
容量ってことなら OS より画像や映像の方が大きい場合もあるじゃん。
あくまで例えよ。そもそも人格や意識って未だにどこにあるのか、どんな仕組みでそれが成立しているのかはっきりしないの。だからそれをデータ化して移植するのは少なくとも私には無理。
記憶だけの場合、どんなデメリットが予想される？
パーソナリティは記憶だけで形成されるわけじゃない。だから記憶を転送しても転送先の意識や人格に依存する。
Windows で言うと Vista の入ってる PC で作ったデータを95の入ってる PC にコピペするって感じか？
Alright, Mindors, fictional, the most widely used operating system in the world.
最新の OS で作られたデータが旧式の OS でちゃんと動作するかはわからないわけ。 何らかの不具合が出るかも。それに例えば小学生の頃の自分に今の記憶を転送した場合、記憶と肉体のギャップのせいで精神的な障害が起きるかもしれない。
いずれにせよ過去の自分の体に転送することが前提条件だという認識で正しいか。
Kurisu nods at my question.
D メールと同じように携帯電話を介して行われる跳躍だから、正確に言うと過去の自分の体でなおかつ携帯を持ってる時点までしか跳躍できないと思う。
There was an exception in Lukako's case where we sent a D-mail to a pager, but that doesn't apply to time leaping.
それに飛ばされた先が同一人物じゃないと、例えれば電気信号がマッチングせずに弾かれてしまう恐れも。
そもそも他人の体に入っちゃったら大変だしね。まあ僕的には可愛いおにゃの子の中なら喜んで入るけど。
Is this guy capable of a non-perverted thought?
うへへじゃないわよ、バカ。弾かれるだけならいいけど、もしかすると深刻な人格障害まで起きる恐れがあるのよ。どんな結果になるかわからない人類初の試みだから。
That makes us pioneers. I like it.
はっきりしているのは、自分が生まれる以前へは絶対にいけないということ。自分が二人同時に存在することはないっていうこと。だからタイムパラドックスが発生する心配はない。自分が生まれる前に親を殺すことはできないの。
携帯がブラックホールとホワイトホールの代わりということだな。
It seems like a strange coincidence that cell phones would be the medium of time travel, but really, could it have been anything else? These days, people wear their phones like a second skin. No other medium could reliably deliver the memories to their intended target. The more I think about it, the more I realize that this was meant to be. I whip out my phone and place it to my ear.
俺だ。すべての点が一本の線でつながった。ああ、計画はこれより最終段階に入る。無論、オペレーションベルダンディのことだ。
For Thondi, the second of the three Norns, sister goddesses of fate in Norse mythology, the three sisters tend the world's tree, Yggdrasil, whose roots lie in Earth's fountain. For Thondi is the Norn of the present, popularized in Japan by a certain goddess manga.
クリスティーナにはまんまと騙されたが、彼女のラボ面加入は我らにとってまさにシュタインズゲートの選択通りだったというわけだ。案ずるな。うまくやってみせるさ。今の俺たちは無敵だ。エルプサイコングルー。
I put away my phone and turned to Kurisu.
今言った通りだ。クリスティーナよ。これよりオペレーションベルダンディを開始する。
いや、少しはどういうことか説明しろよ。
お前の言うタイムリープ案を全面採用すると言っているのだ。ちなみにここまで俺をその気にさせておいて、脳内情報のデータ化はここではできませんなどとは言わせんぞ。
まあ秋葉原ならパーツも揃ってるからなんとかなるとは思うけど。
決まりだ。これよりお前を作戦主任に任命する。俺やダルをこき使って構わん。
As long as it's, not too expensive. We could always ask Ferris. I mean, I hate to be like knowing that Ferris is a rich girl and being like, hey Ferris, now that we know you're rich, please give us things, but...
人類史上初のタイムリープマシンを完成させるぞ。
Kurisu nods. Her eyes are shining with a fierce, hungry light. As I thought, she's a scientist at the core, and she's probably like, I'm gonna use, OKABE is going to be our guinea pig. Kurisu and Daru go home, leaving me with Mayuri. I thought she was hard at work on her costume, but when I look, I find her staring at the wall. Her hands have stopped moving.
マイリー帰らないのか？
She usually doesn't stay this late. Her parents might be worried.
あのね、さっきのオカリンやクリスちゃんの話を思い出してたの。思い出してね、なんとか頑張って理解しようと思ったんだけど、ダメだったよ。
Oh, I hope they're not gonna make Mayuri. Like, maybe she's gonna be like, I want to be of some use to you guys. I'll be the guinea pig and something bad's gonna happen to her.
ただね、なんとなくわかるのは、すごいことになってるみたいっていうことかな。
いかにも人類は新たなる段階に進むことになる。そしてそれはこのラボから始まるのだ。
眩しいな。
眩しい？どういう意味だ？
オカリンもクリスちゃんもキラキラ輝いてて。
それはこの俺法王院京馬が放つ狂気のオーラだろう。
あのね、クリスちゃんが入ってきてからそろそろ10日ぐらいでしょ。その間マユシーが感じたこと言っていい？クリスちゃんがラボ面になってね、なんだかラボの空気がビシッと引き締まった感じがするんだ。
ふん、認めなくてはならないな。確かにあいつの知識は凄まじいものがある。そしてそんな天才少女を仲間に引き入れたこの俺、法王院京馬の功績もまた素晴らしきものだと言わざるを得ない。
だからね、眩しいの。クリスちゃんはラボとオカリンにとってすっごく役に立ってるでしょ。
Oh, is she feeling a little like she feels like she's not really being a big help to OKABE?
でもね、
Oh, that's exactly what I was afraid
オ
of.
カリンの役に立ててないのです。
She's gonna volunteer, isn't she? And something's gonna happen to her. Because they said at the beginning, like, that was the whole thing at the very beginning of the thing was like, I can't save her, I need to save her. And I was like, it's probably Mayuri, something to do with Mayuri. Mayuri looks depressed.
マユシーももっと頭が良かったらな。そしたらオカリンの役に立てたのにね。
Oh, as soon as she says that to Kurisu, Kurisu's gonna be like, my little guinea pig, she wants to help, I will let her help.
マユリ、
She's never expressed such sentiments before. Is she jealous of Kurisu's talent? I could see, like, her saying that to Kurisu's been like, alright, we'll use you, like, your memories, and we'll use you to go back in time to see what happens, and then Okarin's gonna be like, I don't want her to be a part of this, I don't want anything to happen to her, and then he feels guilty that something did happen to her. Is there competition brewing in the lab? I sigh and walk to the window. I can't see many stars in the sky.
マユリ、今日は星を見ないのか？
Mayuri comes up beside me. We lean out the window together. It's only 9 p.m., but Akiba is already still and silent, save for the occasional car trundling by.
このラボを作ったばっかりの頃、ダル君もいない頃にね、よくこうして2人で静かに過ごしてたよね。
ああ、そうだな。
Daru joined the lab in early May. Before that, he was unwilling to join no matter how I tried to convince him. Then he learned the lab was just 3 minutes away from my queen, and suddenly he was all future gadget lab, hell yeah. But for about a month and a half after the lab's founding, it was just me and Mayuri all alone.
マユシーはこれからもここにいてもいいのかな。
Mayuri looks at me with uncertainty in her eyes. I meet her gaze firmly, then bop her lightly on the head.
くだらないことを言うな。マユリはここにいるだけでいいんだ。
いるだけ？
お前がいなかったらこのラボはもっと殺伐としていただろう。特に俺と助手は水と油みたいなところがあるからな。 互いに意見をぶつからせて喧嘩になってもおかしくない。だがそんな時にまゆりが空気の読めない能天気コメントを発することで殺伐さが中和されるのだ。
褒められてるのかな。
Yeah, that's a little bit of a backhanded compliment.
何も案ずるな。お前がここにいるのは俺にとっては計算のうちなのだからな。
そっか、ありがとうオカリ。
Mayuri smiles in relief, and then her stomach rumbles.
お腹すいちゃった。おでんかあっためよった。オカリンも食べる？
ああ、もらう。
じゃあちょっと待っててね。
Soon we are chowing down on piping hot Odin. Alright, so that will do it for this episode. The big revelations just keep on coming. It took some time, but now it feels like it's really like ramping up. Like first there was the thing with Ferris in the last episode with her changing, like her father being alive and Akiba changing, and now even more so Lukako is a girl now, and it seems like we are on our way to making a bona fide time leap machine. And like I said, I have a feeling Mayuri is going to volunteer because she wants to be help to OKABE and she wants to do more. And I don't see good things coming from that, but I'll just have to wait and see if my hypothesis is correct about that. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and please stay tuned for the next one. Until next time, bye guys. Special shout out to my top tier patrons: Namara Kito, Sparky, iCognito, Simon Rax, Mad Goldsmith, Harry Gazif, and Asborn Kennedy.